Please tune in carefully because you're listening to the Community Link crew on GFM 96.6.
Today, guys, we have in the studio the Junior Warden Scheme from Gloucester City Homes. Now, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to get you guys to introduce yourselves and let Gloucester know who you are and what you do. So, who wants to go first?
I will. Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm 12 years old and I'm one of the Cool Kids crew. I go to the New Gloucester Academy.
Hi, Samantha.
Hello, my name is Gloria. I'm part of Street Steppers and I go to Finley Community School.
Hi, Gloria.
Hello, my name's Kayana and I'm 9 years old and I go to Finley Community School.
Oh, hello, Kayana. So, do you guys want to tell me more about what you do?
Well, our Junior Warden Scheme, we go around cleaning up the area and getting things replaced. Like a couple of months ago, we got asked for a bench near the local pond, and that got put in a month later. And then after that, we got some graffiti removed behind a block of flats, and we generally do things like that.
Okay, that sounds great, actually. That sounds really good. Gloria, do you do the same, or do you add anything else towards the scheme?
We were asked to write and record a song for Junior Warden's DVD to be used to encourage more Junior Warden groups in the city.
Okay, that sounds great, actually. So, are you guys going to broadcast that DVD?
Hi, and I'm Sharon. I'm one of the resident involvement officers with Gloucester City Homes, and along with my colleague Terry Elcock, I work with the Junior Warden Scheme, but predominantly the White City Group, which is Street Steppers. The DVD was actually filmed using the Cool Kids crew, who are based in the Matson and Robbinswood area, and the Street Steppers did the song, and that's gone on the end as the closing credits. What we're using the DVD for is as part of a toolkit to help other agencies and interested parties in setting up similar groups throughout Gloucester. We've had a lot of interest in that, so it was part and parcel of that, and also the fact that Gloucestershire Police were very impressed when the Cool Kids crew went to HQ, and they've actually sponsored the making of that DVD to help recruit others throughout the city.
Okay, that sounds great, actually. That DVD sounds phenomenal. Kiana, can you tell us what you do towards the scheme?
We do monthly activities such as traffic speed awareness, healthy eating, recognising antisocial behaviour, recycling. Activities such as tree planting. We ask to judge competitions. We pick the best Christmas lights and we announced it at the event playground.
Wow, that sounds very eventful. Your guys' year sounds really eventful, what all you get up to. Right, and you guys, you're 11, aren't you?
No, I'm 12.
Sorry, 12, excuse me. You can give us all your ages, because you guys are very young, and it seems like you do so much, even though you're at such a young age. Gloria, how old are you?
I'm 10.
Okay, and Kiana, how old are you?
I'm 9.
9, see? Very young ages. I mean, adults should be doing this, really. Shouldn't they, going around cleaning up and getting new benches and stuff around the neighbourhood to make the neighbourhood look lovely? But if we have the young people in Gloucester, that's not even reached teenage years yet, doing all that kind of stuff around Gloucester. And it is great, really. So, the DVD, how long did it take you to make?
Well, as a senior warden, as I'm a senior warden, I don't get involved with all of the walkabouts, but I think there's been about 4 walkabouts that's been filmed and about 5 activity awarenesses, so I think that'll be about 9 different parts that have been filmed in the DVD.
Wow, that sounds great. What is a walkabout, if you don't mind me asking?
A walkabout is where we go around the streets and we see stuff that we think that needs replacing or improving.
Okay. So that's featured on the DVD as well, right? Okay. So what is your guys' aim, would you say?
To encourage other young people to take interest of their community.
Okay, that sounds great. Do you think you guys nearly achieved that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many guys have you recruited, would you say, so far?
I think it changes every year because we work on a school year, on an academic year. At the moment, in the Street Steppers, we have 5, and we're in the process of recruiting another 3. And in the Matson and Robinswood Cool Kids crew, we've got 12 at the moment.
Okay, that sounds a lot, actually. It's getting there slowly but surely. It's building, isn't it? That's great. And obviously it gives the kids something to do after school as well.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Amy, have you got a question?
Yeah. What age is it actually aimed at? And do you have to be a certain age to join?
It's actually year 6. We work with the years 5, 6 and 7, I believe. It depends on the group and on the interest in that particular area. Also depends on the buy-in from the individual school, where we tend to do the functions and the activities based from. We've actually got members who are actually in year 4 in the Street Steppers.
Okay. And if someone's interested, how do you actually join?
With the existing groups, we do recruitment. As I say, it tends to work on the academic year, and I believe that towards the end of this year that we'll be looking at starting recruiting for the next year, and we go back in September and recruit and give information out and see who's interested, explain what the process is, get the existing wardens and the senior wardens like Sam to come in and give a feedback and explain what they've done and what they feel they've achieved. And then it's up to the individual children. If they have an interest, they come and see the people concerned, either Terry, Chris or Hamed up in Robinswood and Matson, or myself, Caroline from the Venture White City, or Jeremy and Mark, who are the PCSOs that work with us.
Okay, that's... was there any, age limit to what age you guys... anybody can join?
We will consider younger children on a one-on-one basis, and depends on whether we can get the support from the parents, because obviously it is an after-school activity, and during the winter times it is dark at night, and we are going out into situations where it's dark in the streets. But we tend to, at the moment, because this is only our 2nd year running it, Sam is one of only a very few senior wardens. We felt that if they were interested enough and still expressed an interest in being involved, the group themselves decided that they would like to become senior wardens and still continue with certain aspects and become almost mentors for the younger children. So on a younger scale, we will only go down to year 2, but it's progressing at the moment, and every year we're reviewing the situation and see how it goes with the senior wardens as well.
Okay, it sounds great actually, what you guys are doing. So the changes that you, obviously on the walkabouts you see changes that should be made, how do you go about changing them?
Well, we have these sheets, and we state the date and the time and where we found it, and then what the problem is, and then as I'm part of the Cool Kids group, I give mine to Terry. He takes that back to Gloucester City Homes, and they solve it from there. Obviously, I think for the Street Steppers, they do it a different way, because obviously we're not in the same group totally.
Okay. Would anybody from the Street Steppers like to tell me what you do? How do you go about changing things in the community?
We write it down on a piece of paper and then we email it to the Gloucester City Homes.
Okay, that's great actually. So you have different ways of getting in contact with the Gloucester City Homes. Can I ask if you can remember, if you can recall, how many changes have been made? Like, what have you seen that's been changed?
Well, from at St Robinswood, I think we've had about maybe 3, 4, 5 changes, including graffiti, benches, maybe there'll be rubbish that'll be taken away, and maybe doors refixed and things like that, and paths repaved. Okay, that sounds great actually. So you guys log all this and you make the changes. That's amazing. No, such young people have so much power. Put it that way. And the young steppers, street steppers, sorry. What changes have you seen been made?
We've changed broken fences. We've done lampposts. We've fixed the house that didn't look right, and and rubbish.
Okay, that sounds great actually. Well, kids are honest. You can't
I
get
have
any
a question.
changes. Okay.
How exactly did this organization start up? Because I was just glimpsing on your website earlier, and I thought it interesting how you have younger persons involved in improving the community. It's quite admirable, really, because normally the mess is probably made by older teenagers then. And where you talk about graffiti, I mean, I do picture a 40-year-old doing graffiti, and I do picture a 5-year-old doing graffiti. So then it's interesting that at this critical age, you're getting young pre-teens and dealing with this cleaning up and just making the community a better place. How did it all get started, really?
It was actually through my colleague Terry. He started off and did a lot of research and developed the initial idea. Overall, as Gloucester City Homes, we wanted to form much more engagement with younger people. It's very important that we instill a sense of community ownership in the younger generation, as they're going to be the community, the adults of the future, and the forefront of those local communities. Terry did a lot of research and came up with an initial idea based on some other ideas that were floating around, and actually worked very hard on developing the whole initiative of the Junior Wardens. Again, set up the first scheme, and it's the first scheme of its type in Gloucester, and set that up in partnership with with Gloucestershire Police and with their local school, which is the Robinswood Primary School, with a lot of support from their head teacher as well, and set up the initiative from there. So it was really to give the younger people a voice, because there didn't appear to be an outlet for them to be able to raise their issues, raise their concerns that are happening in their community and their neighbourhood.
Okay. How is it funded, would you say? Sorry, how can I phrase that question? When you take the children out, how many hours in the day would you say they do? And is it every single day?
No, it's the actual time that you put in. It's the children obviously are interested and keen, in partnership with our other agencies, with the police and with White City Venture. The children put in their time. They meet twice a month, and it usually is about up to a 2-hour session after school. So it's an after-school activity. If they want to put in extra time during their own time and lunchtime, then that's great. They can do that. As far as the staffing hours is concerned, basically in order to get something really valid and worthwhile back, you have to put the time in, and that's the priority. We we value the input that these young people give us and give their communities. So we will put that time in.
Okay, what areas do you work in, if you don't mind me asking?
On the junior wardens, it is just the Matson and Robbinswood, which was the initial scheme, and the White City scheme. We are at the moment looking at possibly expanding that to another group, or maybe another 2 groups in the city, but obviously we have to look at the funding issues, whether we can get partnership funding from other agencies, and also the resources that we have. As I said, because of the time, the staffing commitments, we need to be able to put that and time in order to get the value out of it for the young people.
I mean, I love the way how this is just raising so much awareness about what's going on in the community, and like the little dangers that's out there, really, like even a curb, because I've seen people walk with the prams, and the prams flipped over, and they flipped over the prams, and bikes and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so much around that should be fixed, and it's great that you guys are getting involved and making those changes, really.
I think the really valuable thing is that whilst we can go out and do our inspections, and other residents can go out and report different things, it's not necessarily what is classed as important to the younger people, and that's the important thing to us.
Because at the end of it, most adults drive, don't they? And they're using public transport and whatnot, whereas most children have to walk to school and walk to any destination they want to go to. So I think it is good that young people are out there and they're making awareness of what could be changed or what needs to be changed to suit them and suit people that are on foot, really, to be honest. Sorry, how much time do you have to give up to join, would you say? Do you have to give up any things that you like to do to join? Or is it a hobby of yours, would you say?
Well, it's sort of a hobby of ours, and it's sort of a thing we didn't really... Well, we gave our time, obviously, to do it, but we always get we don't do it for the rewards that we get, but if we've done especially good work, we maybe every couple of months we get a reward.
Okay.
And we go maybe tubing, or maybe go to Angel Chef, but mostly we don't really give up. We give up nothing just so we can have something to make the community better. That's what we really give up, is maybe just an hour or 2, so we can make the community better for ourselves and everybody else.
That's great, actually. It sounds fun as well, just walking around and spotting things. You'd be like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. So it sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. And obviously to have an award at the end of it as well. And I think it's great what you guys are doing, to be honest. It's really good. I had another question, but it just slipped my mind. Anybody else got any questions to ask? Esther?
Do you meet a lot of new friends through it when you go through, you do your stuff? Do you meet a lot of new people doing it?
When both groups, so the Cool Kids crew and Street Steppers meet up together, we meet. So the Street Steppers would meet some from the Cool Kids crew, and the Cool Kids crew would meet some new friends from the Street Steppers.
Okay, so it's a mix, really. That's great. It's great to know that you guys mix. Back to the DVD. Well, actually, I got another question. It came back to me, the question I was going to ask before. Okay.
It's gone again.
Okay, right, I'm going to go back to this question. The DVD, how can people know about it, basically?
We're just in the process of just completing it all out, and as I said, it will be part of the toolkit that we'll be putting out there for other agencies to use and to obtain to support them going through the process of setting up a Junior Warden Scheme. As yet, it's not all been finalised, but there are details, there will be details on our website in about 4 weeks' time.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested, then basically just get in touch with either myself, that's Sharon Good, or Terry Elcock at Gloucester City Homes on 0800 408 2000.
Okay.
And ask for Terry or myself.
Okay. Also, how did you guys broadcast this in the first place, like all the young people getting together, the Junior Warden Scheme? How did you come across? How did you let everybody know how it was going to happen?
The actual Junior Warden Scheme, what happened was, as I say, Terry set up the initiative in the first place and actually went into the school and did a presentation to the school and the children, the target group of children, the target ages. And similarly, several months later, we did the same in conjunction and in partnership with the Venture White City, and went into the Finley Road School to do the same presentation, to explain what our ideas were about it and find out who was interested and do it that way.
Okay. Now, you guys made a CD at GFM, didn't you? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy doing that, guys?
Yeah.
So you enjoyed coming to the studio and recording. What was it like?
It was fun.
Yeah? What did you do, basically?
We sang. We sang.
They actually wrote their own words to a very well-known song to go along with the line of Junior Wardens.
Oh, wow.
And then they actually came in to record it.
Oh wow, that sounds great. So you guys very intelligent, very proud. We're very proud to have you in our community. How did you find it?
How many times did you have to sing it over and over again? Didn't you? You found that quite difficult.
We just got a sigh in the studio. She was like, yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, because it sounds like a really good experience. So you guys have done quite... how long have you guys been involved in it, should I say?
Well, I think it was a couple of... probably around a couple of months before last year. So it's probably been a year and a bit now that I've been a junior warden / senior warden. But I don't know about the others, obviously.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you enjoyed the year that you've been in it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
That's great. How about you?
We've been involved in it for 1 year.
Oh wow, that's a long time. Do you enjoy that? Have you been enjoying the year since you've been a part of it? That's great.
This is my second year.
Your second year? Wow, okay. So it's gone on for quite a while now. That's great. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
That's good. So you guys have done a lot in the community, and may I say I'm very proud to know that I have you guys in my community doing so much around it and making a difference and making a change for young people, because it's not very often you hear young people's voices being heard. So it's great to know that that's happening around Gloucester. I'm very glad you guys are on the show. Have you got any contact details you want to give out so that people can just give it out once again for me, please?
Again, Gloucester City Homes, we have a website which is www.gloucestercityhomes.co.uk. We can be contacted on free phone 0800 408 2000, and just phone through and ask for either Terry Elcock or Sharon Good in resident involvement.
Okay, there we go, guys. You have the contact details. We actually have a message in. 1 second, we have a message in saying these young people are an inspiration to adults and other people to take more pride in their communities. Also, they are the adults of the future. This looks good for the future for our neighbourhoods. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Sender of 292, you definitely agree with that, because you are very inspiring. So it's obviously going to show the younger generation that's coming up underneath you guys to do well as well. So it's great to know that we have you guys in our community. Thank you guys for coming in.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a
great
pleasure.
Thank you. It's been great having you in. It's nice to know that sharing the light, and obviously I hope other people get in contact with you and join up, guys, because it sounds like a great thing, and you get treats as well every couple of months, so that sounds great. Thank you guys ever so much for coming in, and well done, and we are very proud of you here at GFM. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please tune in carefully, because you're listening to the Community Link crew on GFM 96.6.